Hey everyone, Lord Davin here again, and pardon me, I do have a cold right now, and it's really starting to bug me. It's late at night, so obviously it's getting worse. Um, Before I kick off this video, I just want to dedicate this video to a friend of mine that passed this weekend. His name was John Foster. John was a great guy. He was a fellow vapor, and he left us way too early. John, this world's going to be a little darker without your light. Anyway, so this is a video about a new product from Kanger. The product is the Kanger ProTank 2. So, the Kanger ProTank 2 is now the third product in the ProTank line from Kanger. Now we had the original ProTank, which is a bottom coil, clearomizer, glass tank, one-piece top, base, and head. You fill it with juice, you vape it. Fantastic. Then the second piece came out to the ProTank line, and that was the ProTank Mini. This ProTank Mini came courtesy of Sun Vapors. It is a fantastic vape. It does have a little tighter draw because it doesn't have the standard base, the 510 connector. It does have the Ego threaded connector, and this is more like a glass version of the EVOD or the Mini or the Mini T3. And this is also another fantastic vape. I love them. As a matter of fact, I have this on the EVOD Twist. It's a new device coming out of Kanger, and it is the best Twist battery I have used so far. Review is coming. Now we have the new Kanger ProTank 2. Now if you remember, the ProTank came in this nice jewelry box, padded, very nice packaging. The ProTank 2 does not. And the reason is that the cost to manufacture the ProTank 2 is higher than the ProTank. And because of that, they lowered the cost on the packaging to lower the price on the whole unit. It is what it is. Now let's open it. So when you open the ProTank 2 box, you have your instructions, and let's take a look at those. Your instruction manual does have some broken English. I'll work with Kanger and help them get that cleared up. But you have the picture of the ProTank on the front. You have the parts and the assembly on the back. And then you have the care and usage on the inside. It's actually a pretty decent manual. Then you have, of course, the Kanger ProTank, and this is the ProTank 2. And on this side we have the base and two heads. And I believe both heads are standard resistance. Now we're going to take this ProTank 2 out and we're going to take a look at it. And I'm pretty excited because the one thing that many of us have been asking for with a lot of the Kanger products is finally in this ProTank 2, and that is a removable drip tip, which means that you can use any 510 drip tip that you want. However you want to use one. Now there's 4 pieces, if you want to count the drip tip, to this base or this tank. You have the bottom of the tank, which unscrews. It has its threading and the base, which allows you to remove the glass tank. Which has then the top of the tank. And then of course the drip tip. So we're going to put this together, and we're going to screw it back together. And we're going to get it snug, but we don't want to crack the glass. And now we're going to put that aside, and let's take a look at the base. Now I've already tried. This base will take the T3S heads, as well as the ProTank heads. And it does come with new ProTank heads. But this tank will also fit on the old ProTank base. So the new tank is pretty universal. The threading for the new base is the same as the old ProTank. And that's really cool because it allows us to reuse the stuff that we already have. Now the nice part about the removable glass in the tank means that if you want to go ahead and you want to get a different color glass, or if your glass breaks, you just have to replace it. And I would like to see them come out with a tank, you know, the glass part that's a lot like the MT3, where you have the metal and glass with the windows. So when you put the thing together, it's going to look like this. Now let's compare that to the old ProTank. As you can see, the size is about the same. And I believe Kanger mentioned that the capacity is about the same as well. And it's a very nicely manufactured tank. It's the same style quality as the original ProTank, which means that it's got nice components. I don't know, it just was well built the first time around, and it's well built this time around. Now, I don't know if there's a proper way to put the glass in, you know, a proper direction. I haven't really seen a difference in either way putting it in, so I believe it is pretty universal to putting it in either way. So now that I have this together, I'm going to go ahead and fill it. What do I want to fill it with? I have about 15 different bottles of juice, but I'm going to go to my old staple, which is my RY4. Okay, so I've spent a day with the ProTank. I took it to work with me. I've been vaping it all day, pretty nonstop, except for when I was using the EVOD Twist, which probably one of the best looking twist batteries I've ever used. But the Kanger ProTank 2 vapes much like the Kanger ProTank. I mean, the bases are they're not identical, but they're pretty close. The heads are the same, and it vapes fantastic, just like the original ProTank. Anybody who's used the ProTank, almost everybody I've talked to, love it. So it's still a great tank. It looks great. The ProTank 2 is just fantastic. Now, I did talk with Kanger. They're saying that the glass is Pyrex, and the metal used on this is stainless steel. So it's a stainless steel tank. We've got a glass tank in there, and just excellent performance. So that's the Kanger ProTank 2. I'm Lord Davin. I'm feeling a little bit better. Let them know I sent you.